Now, Sports Talk with Broads. Here's Hunter Brody.
The Flyers continue to impress as they go into Ottawa, they snag 2 points, and they win in a shootout. That's right. Hold on. Let me say it again. The Philadelphia Flyers won in a shootout. Yes, it's unbelievable. How about it? Now, this is the thing. They didn't play great hockey in this one. It wasn't a fantastic showing out of the Flyers. Defensively, I thought they let Brian Elliott out to dry at times, but Brian Elliott stood on his head and really helped the Flyers win this one. As a whole, it wasn't as if the Flyers played solid hockey. Good teams in this league, though, find ways to snag 2 points, find ways to win in shootouts, find ways to get those 2 points on the road, even when they aren't playing top notch. And that's what I love about this. Listen. The Ottawa Senators, they aren't the Boston Bruins. They aren't the Colorado Avalanche. But because of the emotional ties to this team, to this matchup, based off the last time they played, which was pretty damn recent, I think it still really is telling about their work ethic, about how they didn't give up, even though it was sloppy in the D zone and they took some penalties and they allowed the Senators to come back and crawl into it. When you look at it as a full 65-minute plus game, they continued to battle, they never gave up, and they grabbed both points. The Metropolitan is so tough right now. All these teams are going head-to-head. They're trying to fight for points. It's a tough position right now to be in the Metropolitan. The Flyers have to keep winning. They have to keep up. They have to stay with this pack right now because it's going to get tight. It's going to get hot in terms of how tight it is with the points. So let's talk about this game. Before we do, I need to let you know that I can give you free money. If you use the promo code BROADS at SeatGeek's checkout page, you get $20 off of your total purchase. So you get to go to a game and get free parking, get free beer, get free food. It's a no-brainer. Use the promo code BROADS today. So it was a weird game in terms of how it all played out, with where the goals were scored, with how they were scored, how quickly. It was a very odd game. Sometimes, though, that makes it very entertaining as a fan because you don't know what's going to happen next. You're on your toes. You're on the edge of your seat because it seems as if the craziest things are occurring. So in the first period, Brian Elliott was unbelievable. He was literally insane. And I mentioned how Carter Hart seemed to be getting a lot of the time, but you knew Alain Vigneault would throw Brian Elliott in the mix soon. Well, he made the most of his opportunity because he truly was stellar in this one. Specifically, that first period, he really held the Flyers in there. And the Flyers actually took a 1-0 lead because Kevin Hayes on the power play made it happen. Now, it all started with Brian Elliott got an assist, and Jake Voracek with a beautiful pass out of the D zone. Hits Kevin Hayes on this breakaway. Now, he didn't really have a full attempt. It wasn't as if he made an outstanding move and really made something happen, but he took it hard to the net. He found a way to get it past the netminder, and the Flyers took a 1-0 lead. So, with Brian Elliott's performance in the first, with grabbing the lead with the power play goal, you walk out of there, you take some deep breaths, you're sitting in the locker room in intermission, you regroup and say, we need to be better. We need to be better. We're happy to be up. We'll take it. We need to be better. Well, the second period happens, and the Flyers take a 2-0 lead. JVR with a lucky bounce. Now, what I love out of this is the young guns making it happen. When I tell you this all started with a good forecheck, with good stick on puck, with being aggressive, with the speed, that is the truth. That absolutely happened. When you look at Aube-Kubel and the way that he really got on the defender, he created that turnover. JVR gets the puck, he throws it on net, it hits off of players, boom, JVR stays hot. He finds a way right now. He's scoring goals. He struggled early on, and same thing with last year. He struggled early on and then found ways to score goals later in the year. Right now, JVR is red hot. His stick is on fire, and the Flyers take a 2-0 lead. But instantly, somehow, the Flyers gave up the lead. They literally scored 2 goals in 20-plus seconds, 25 seconds or so. They throw a puck on Brian Elliott. The rebound goes to Tyler Ennis, who scores. Then they throw a point shot on net. Good screen. and it goes right in. I mean, they literally tied the game up, bang, bang, just like that. And very frustrating, very irritating. Even though I didn't think the Flyers played super strong, 2-0 lead, for it to evaporate just like that with a blink of an eye, it just can't happen. No matter how poorly you were playing at that moment or throughout that game, it can't happen to that degree. It can't happen that quickly. And then the Flyers actually lose the lead. Anthony Duclair on the power play with a wicked shot finds a way to score. Flyers are down 3-2. Now I'll tell you this. Anthony Duclair is breaking out this year, and he's had a tough road, a bumpy road. He started out great in his career, then it died down. Then he goes to Columbus, and things died down. Then he goes to Ottawa, and now he's tearing it up. He's scoring goals left and right. I feel happy for the kid. I really do, because a lot of people wrote him off. A lot of people moved on from him. He's really showing everyone, listen, I got it. Now, this is the thing. His skill set was always there. His ability to score was always there. He has great hockey IQ, but for some reason, it wasn't happening. It wasn't all there. It wasn't fully clicking. Sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes it just takes people to trust you. Sometimes it takes the right line mates. Well, right now, it is totally working for Anthony Duclair, and I love watching his story right now because it truly is remarkable. But he ends up scoring, and they take a 3-2 lead. This is literally at the end of the second period. You would think the period would be over. You would think the Flyers would go into the second intermission somehow down 3-2 after being up 2-0. But no. The Flyers score again. With just about 1 minute left to go. This all started with Morgan Frost. And I talked about the young guns and how great it was for the one Flyers goal, the second Flyers goal this game. Morgan Frost with puck control. I'll be honest with you, he looked like Kevin Hayes when he was working around the boards. Kevin Hayes is tremendous when it comes to using his body, puck protection, using the boards to help defend, to help defend the puck, to keep the puck in his possession while keeping a defender on the backside of his body. Morgan Frost is mucking and grinding in the corner using his body, finds Pitlick, who takes a rip on net from the slot area, and Voracek ends up cashing in the rebound. This play was awesome, and with just seconds left to go in the period, it was even sweeter. It was a great response. It was a great way to rebound after allowing the Senators to take the lead. There was 48 seconds left, I believe, was it? How many seconds left? 48 seconds left or so left in the period. So I just loved their ability to keep fighting. Okay, we allowed a goal. That's fine. Let's get back to work. Let's get back into the corners. Let's find ways. Let's create some offense. Who cares? And who cares how much time is left on the clock? Let's not settle it in. Let's not pack it in. Let's not just dump the puck and realize, okay, we have plenty of time to regroup. No. They said, let's go after it. Let's get after it. Let's go out there. Let's compete. Let's find a way to tie the game before the period even ends. That's what I loved. That's what I loved. Then we enter the third period. JVR again scores. Another beautiful assist by the young kid. Flicks it up. Hits JVR in a breakaway a minute 10 in. And he buries it. Beautiful. I thought he was hot after that lucky goal he had earlier in the game. He's even hotter now. Find JVR. Put the puck on JVR's stick. It's ridiculous. He's continuing to find ways. Whether he's getting lucky and he's banking it off of other players or other teams' skates, who cares? It's going in right now. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you just need that stretch. Well, guess what? He's in that stretch. So if I'm him, I don't care where I'm at. I don't care if I'm by the boards. I don't care if I'm by the point. I don't care if I'm on the side of the net. Throw it towards the pipe. Throw it towards the pads. Throw it towards the front of the net. Because with the way it's going right now with the hockey gods on his side, it will find a way to cross the goal line. So the Flyers take a 4-3 lead early in the third period, and I'm feeling good about it. But they did allow a goal after that. Tyler Ennis gets his second of the night. A little bit of an unlucky bounce for the Flyers. It finds his stick when The puck was in the slot. It just found a stick. It is what it is. After all the bounces the Flyers have been getting throughout the last few games, you say, okay, hockey gods, I get it. I understand. I see where this is going. Okay. So, in that third, there were other moments. The Flyers were on the power play and actually allowed a shorthanded breakaway. Brian Elliott comes up big, and the puck was actually squirting by him, and Sean Couturier saves it from going in. I believe it was Pajot with the opportunity. Guy is a stud, legit weapon. He's so much fun to watch. He's so talented. But what a save by Brian Elliott. And then in this third period, Travis Konechny ends up getting punched in the face in the neutral zone. Like it wasn't even a hockey play. He gets punched in the face. I mean, how do you miss that? Understanding what has happened so far between these two teams. Knowing what happened the last time these two teams met. Come on. Now, I love the chess match. I love the chess match pregame. Alain Vigneault going with the lineup, putting out some tough guys, knowing that, hey, man, listen, if you want it to go that way, we'll let it go that way. Now, both teams don't want it to get that way, and that's fair. But I love the chess match before. It's as if both teams are making statements like, hey, listen, we'll put some dogs in that lineup just in case it gets that way. We don't want it to get that way, but if it does, we are prepared. I love it. It's a statement. It really is a statement. Love it. At Alain Vigneault. So the overtime period was dominated by the Flyers. Kevin Hayes with a big chance. Sean Couturier with a big chance. Claude Giroux with a beautiful pass over to Provorov. Oh, big chance. And they weren't able to cash in. And I just had this bad feeling like they would have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 chances in overtime, and they weren't going to score. And then one lucky 2-on-1 the other way, and the Sens would get the extra point. But that's not what happened. It went to a shootout. But I will say this. Hogberg, oh my, was he tremendous in that overtime period. He was something else. But in the shootout, no one was able to score until Sean Couturier came in and gave a little how do you do. Wrister. Beautiful. Twine. Let's go. Brian Elliott had to make a save on the other end after Couturier scored and delivered. The Rangers are next. The way they're playing hockey right now, must watch. Must watch. I say it every time. Just in case you don't watch it, must watch. Let me tell you this. The Flyers have 20 wins. Let me say that again. Because if you haven't realized, it is December 21st. The Flyers have 20 wins. We have not seen that. This is different. This team is good. This team is really good. We've seen teams fall apart after going through some rough moments and rough patches. They went through a rough patch, and what did they respond with? Oh, that's right. Winning hockey games. Putting together a good stretch. Finding ways to deliver and to fight back. Just when things look bad, just when things look rough, they turn it right around. That never happened in the past. So continue to build off of it. Let's see what they got against the Rangers. Coming into the season, the Rangers have all these new guys. Trouba, Panarin. What has that gotten them? Nowhere special. Kevin Hayes against his old squad. Alain Vigneault against his old squad. I would love to see the Flyers dominate them. Beat down on the Rangers. It's a test. It's a test. Will the team have an extra jump in them? Knowing the scenario I just played out. Knowing that Kevin Hayes and Alain Vigneault has something to fight for, if you will. Sometimes that can really spark a team. Sometimes that can give players energy going into a game. Just based off the storyline heading into it. We want to do this for our teammate. We want to absolutely crush this squad for our teammates. And for our head coach. They can downplay it all they want. Oh, it's just another game. It's just one of 82. Stop it. Stop it. You're not fooling anyone. it's always extra. There's always a little bit of something, whether you want to admit it or not. There's always a little bit there. It has to. It's called being a human. It's called human nature. Let's see how this team responds. Not even responds. It's it's not as if they're responding to a loss or anything. Well, I guess they're responding to not their strongest game. Let's see if they can answer let's go with below average game, even though they got 2 points. Let's see if they can respond from a below average game, getting 2 points, with a solid effort, with a strong play, with more points. I'm telling you, this Metropolitan is not going to be easy. If we were in any other division, things are completely different. It's a totally different story. But because of how tight it is, because of how good all the squads are up at the top in this Metropolitan, it's brutal. So everything's important right now. That's why there's a big difference on snagging 1 and grabbing the 2 in Ottawa. Love the way they answered in moments in this one. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will see you next time.